Hello friends, my name is Vijay, and in last video we have seen form attributes. So for the forms element there are different types of form controls that you can use to collect the data by using HTML form. So here is the list below of forms controls which are mostly used, and one of the most used form element is the input element. So in this video, we will talk about the input field and its type attribute and what are the possible values for this type attribute. So let's see. So friends, here we have a list of the type attribute with the possible values like text, number, password, email, file, checkbox, and we have also other values like reset, hidden, color, time, URL, B. So let's see in code. Here I have written the code for saving the time. Here I have used input type with text, input type with number, with password, email, file, checkbox, radio button, search box, button, range, reset, and other type attribute like hidden, color, telephone, time, date, date time, month, week, URL, image, and submit. So let's try to understand one by one. So what is the purpose of using these attribute values? So first let's see our code into the browser. Here you can see all input field are displaying here. It's a plain text, number, password, email, input field, file, checkbox, radio button, search button, and all these input field are visible here, which I have written into the code, and we also have into the list. So let's start with the type text. So type text defines single line plain text. When you want to collect the data in a single line, like username, first name, last name, and address, for these kind of values you can use input type text value, and the number you can use when you want to take input as a number from the user. You can see here when I will type the alphabets here, it will not accept. It accepts only numeric values like, or you can increase with the click on up down arrow. And the next is type password, defines a password field. When you type any password, that password will not visible on the screen, so this will show you as a password. Next is email. It defines a email field, so this field accept only the text into the format of email ID. If you will try to give any other value, like here suppose any single name, it will not accept, so it will show you the validation message when you will submit the form, because this accept only into the email format. And next is file type. When you want to upload any file, then you can use the input type file, so it gives you a window to upload any file from your desktop or any other folder you can choose, like. Next is checkbox. Checkbox defines a checkbox. So where we use the checkbox, I have an example here. You can see whenever you go to the e-commerce website and you choose any product, like here I have selected it's a laptop accessories, and it's giving me some brand options. When you have multiple options to choose, like here we have a brand names. If we want to accessories with multiple brands, then I can select the brands here like Boat and MI. So I can select the multiple options here. And next is radio button. Radio button is just opposite of the checkbox. Let's see. When you have multiple option but you can choose only one, like here we have option for selecting the gender on this side, like female, male and custom. You can see when I select the one, then another has been removed, because you can select only one here. So let's see, the next one is search. So search defines a single line text field for entering search string. And next is button. Button defines a normal button. You can use buttons on your forms. And the next is submit. Submit defines a button that submit the form. Here I have taken the submit button. When you will click on the submit button, then your form will be submit. How? Let's see this. You can see when I submit the form, it's showing me validation message because input values are not correct. So next is range. Range displays as a range visit defaulting to the middle value, and default range is 0 to 100. So you can select the date range from 0 to 100 by moving this widget. And the next is reset. Reset defines a button that reset the contents of the form to default values. Suppose you have filled the form and you want to reset your form, means you want to blank your form or you want to remove all the values from the form inputs. So let's see, click on the reset. Here you can see all the values has been removed from here. So next is hidden. Defines a control that is not displayed but whose value is submitted to the server. So type hidden input field has been taken. Here this field is not displayed on the screen, but when you will submit the form, the hidden input values will be submitted with the form. Next is type image. It defines a graphical submit button, displays an image defined by the src attribute. So here I have taken the input type image as a submit button. Let's see in code. Here you can see it's an input type image and you have to give the src to call the image. So you can make the image as a submit button. And next is color. It opens a color palette when active is supporting browsers. If your browser is support for the color palette, then it will show you when click on this panel like this. You can see here it's showing a color palette where you can choose the color. in the RGB format. So this color palette look and feel could be changed as per the browser support. So next is date. So it opens our date picker to enter our date in the format of month, day and year with no time. So this is our date field. When you will click on the calendar icon, it will open a calendar. Then you can choose any date. Here you can see it's showing the date in the format of month, day and year. And next is date, time, local. Same as the date, it shows the date selected from the calendar and also shows the time zone. Let's see. Here I have selected the date and it's showing the time. So you can change the time. From the arrow key up and down. And next is month. Month defines a control for entering a month and year with no time zone. So you can select from here month and year. Suppose January 2020. And the next is telephone. It defines a input field that should contain our telephone number. For the telephone input, let's see the code. Here I have taken type telephone. For the telephone, you can define the pattern because every country has different format to enter the phone number and mobile number into the input field. So here we can define the pattern in which format we want to take input from the user. Here I have given 0 to 9 number and 10 digit. So let's see on the browser. So here I can give the phone number. If I give the more than 10 digit, it will display me validation message when I will submit the form. Here you can see, please match the requested format because we have requested the phone number in 10 digit. So just remove this. Now it has been submitted. And next is time. Time defines a control for entering a time value with no time zone. Here we have time input field. You can select the time. And next is URL. Defines a field for entering a URL. Look like a text input but has validation parameter. So meaning of this, when you will give the some wrong value, suppose I am giving the name here instead of URL, then I will submit the form. It will show me validation message, please enter a URL. So for the URL, you have to give the full URL of the website like https and google.com, something like this. So it has been submitted. And last one is week. Same as you can give the input field with the type of week. Defines a control for entering a date consisting of a week year number and a week number with no time zone. So for the week, you can do the practice by taking the input field type beak. So you can check on the browser. So friends, I hope you have understood all the possible values for the type attribute which are used with the input field. So in next video we will learn some other form controls. So see you in next video.